Happy almost holidays, everyone. 'Tis the season of overdoing it and undersleeping, overcommitting and under-caring. I don't know. December maths never adds up. So just hang in there. We're all in this together. And to that end, Nature and I had a quick huddle and a laugh recently. Thought it'd be fun to make our final 2 episodes for the year themed in a feral festive way. So neither of these will have the same technical biomimicry chewiness that you're coming to know and love with feral. My brain needs a break too. But they're still very much nature-inspired, lighter, more metaphorical, still feral. So today's episode is part 1 of this Christmas-themed special. Sparkling wine energy, silly season vibes, and an homage to a critter that somehow ended up as a cross-cultural Australian Christmas icon. The humble prawn. No matter what your end of year looks like, whether it's big loud tables, quiet days, friendsmasses, shift work, or absolutely nothing at all, prawns seem to show up everywhere. Barbecues, platters, queues at the seafood markets that rival Tay-Tay concerts. Together, we consume 22,000 tonnes of prawns just over this festive season. That's about the same weight as a small aircraft carrier. So I thought, right, let's make a fun little festive homage episode about prawns. My equivalent of the big prawn in podcast form. Let's peel this little icon back for a minute. Prawns, it turns out, are tiny chaos machines. They grow by molting, which is a polite way of saying they split open their own body and crawl out the back of it. Their exoskeleton cracks like a badly timed zipper and they wriggle out of it, leaving their old outer self behind like discarded armour. One moment they're a crunchy little tank unit, the next a soft translucent noodle with legs. And the softness phase isn't quick. They stay like that for hours, sometimes days, while their new shell slowly hardens. And in that window, anything can get them. Fish, crabs, other prawns. Yes, prawns will absolutely eat each other, the cannibals, if they spot another one mid-molt. Mass molting can often overlap with spawning. So we're talking peak chaos. Everyone already aggressive and hungry. It's driven by hormones. They can't delay it. They can't push it back a week and say, mate, not now. Predators everywhere. And it was at this moment that I thought, damn it, nature. I was going to just make a cute little tie a ribbon around it homage episode. But now I'm seeing something way too interesting to ignore. Because this whole soft shell in the middle of chaos thing, this isn't just prawns. This is you. This is me. This is most of us in December. We don't arrive at the holiday break fresh, hard-shelled on top of our game. We typically arrive frayed, some even over-revving still. A bit soft-shelled. Socially overcooked, professionally wrung out, to-do list often in ruins. The year is kind of clinging to us like tinsel. And underneath all of that, something else is quietly happening. The last day of work rolls round and, in theory, your shell or armour comes off. You're done for the year. You expect to feel relief, and often you do. I know I do. But there's a part of you that feels a bit raw, a bit sensitive. I would have no clue this was happening, except I do notice it in my reactions. It's like my edges are thinner and more exposed than usual. Here's how I've started to see this. You're not just tired, you're shedding 2025. Your subconscious already knows this. It's quietly building towards 2026. Sometimes that means a big change is coming next year. Sometimes it's just the next cycle, a fresh layer of you for another year of being human. Either way, your system is easing out of the year you just lived. That 2025 shell is loosening up, making way for a fresh version. Which would be perfectly fine, to be honest, if you could just quietly do it on your own somewhere, with Netflix and Love Actually, a beach swim, and get to sleep for a few days. But instead, hell to the no, the holidays land right in the middle of your jelly phase. It is game face on. family reunions, tensions, friendsmasses, FOMO scrolling, Zoom catch-ups, and the questions. Auntie Marg asks why you're single again. Your brother, are you still at that job? Someone else wonders aloud whether you two are ever having kids. And even the dog is wondering why you're not sharing your scraps. All of this landing on you mid-molt, soft-shelled, sensitive, a bit raw prawn. And you're standing there in your Christmas jumper, often in 30-degree heat, thinking, I literally just slipped out of my old shell 3 days ago. Can everyone just not? And Paul Kelly's worrying about the bloody gravy? Get in line. Pass the wine. So what do prawns actually do in this soft shell state that we can steal over this tricky little period? What prawns really do is molt, hide and recycle their shell. What we're stealing is just the pattern underneath it. This is bio-inspired, not biomimicry. We're not solving a design problem here, we're borrowing a survival rhythm. When prawns molt, they don't wander around asking for feedback, showing everyone their wobbly bits. They hide, slipping into crevices, rock gaps, anything that reduces how long predators can see their soft shell. Humans can steal this. Don't disappear, just manage your exposure. We're running low on ice buys you 10 minutes of car silence. The noble bin duty, outdoor solo time that looks productive. Or finding a dog to walk. A great crevice and it looks helpful. Just grab one, it doesn't have to be yours, whatever's close to hand. You're not escaping the holidays, just controlling how much your soft shell the world sees at once. The second trick in the prawn playbook that I want to share, prawns turn around and eat their old shell. Not because they're hungry, but because it contains minerals they need to harden the new one faster. So it's like a shortcut. When someone asks, "How was your year?" answer rather than deflecting. Name one thing you did, one thing you've learned, one thing you've survived, one thing you're taking with you into 2026. This is you absorbing your own calcium. You're taking the nutrients from what you've already just lived to help you get ready for the new year. Prawns know the past isn't dead weight. It's nutrients that will help you set yourself up for the year ahead. So reclaim it. You earned it. Eat it. So once you cross that work finish line, and we're almost there, keep this in mind. If you are feeling a bit soft-shelled or tender right now, you're definitely not alone. And you're exactly where your nervous system is meant to be after a year like this. You're just mid-molt. As you eat your portion of the nation's aircraft carrier equivalent of prawns this season, you can do so now with a tiny touch of awe. My brother's nickname is Sean the Prawn. Always has been, no idea why. Sometimes we like to mix it up. It's Prawnhead. We like to keep him guessing. You're welcome. Merry whatever you celebrate, lovely people. I'm Pia, this is Feral by Design, and may your soft shell harden gently. See you next week for part 2 of our festive special. We're off to the Northern Hemisphere. A little wintry counterbalance to all these Aussie prawns. Sand to snow, sunburn to scarves. Can't wait. See you then.